Welcome back to another one, guys. So this is the KLR. You've seen it on the channel plenty of times. I am questioning whether to get a different bike, more dirt orientated, so that I can go and do big high country trips, and I want to hit up little desert and things like that. I'm still weighing up whether to maybe do a bit of work to this, maybe put some knobbies on it. I'm not too sure. Like, I do love this thing. It is great. KLRs are awesome. This thing, it's so reliable. It has never given me any problems. I love it. I just want to go a bit rougher and know that if I'm out there on top of one of the mountains in the high country, that I'm not going to struggle to keep my bike upright, be able to keep the weight of the bike upright. This thing is like 200 kilos. It's right on my limit, and I'm just not sure if I start losing the rear end coming down a hill and then have to let it go to get my traction back. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be able to control this big boy. It's great on the road. It's great to get there. You've seen in my last video that it can go on some of the more modest tracks out that way. So anyway, I test rode a DRZ400 a few weeks ago. I'm still looking around, but I'm a bit excited. So today we're going to test ride a DR650. So they're 50 kilos lighter than the KLR, 10-ish horsepower more. They're still 5-speed, just more dirt orientated. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. I'll record my test ride. We'll come back here and I'll let you know my final thoughts after we've gone and checked out this DR650. Well, welcome back, guys. Just thought I'd do a quick video. I'm just taking a DR650 for a ride. This one is in the price range. I'm feeling it's a little rough. Runs a little rough. I've just taken it up the street. Could be because the carby needs to warm up, but this is an option. It's basically ready to go. It's got the tyres for adventure, definitely. A bit of wind protection, bark busters. I can already feel it's got a bit more poke than the KLR. So we're going to ride up this dirt road and take it out into the bitumen, and we'll see how she goes. Doesn't feel quite as sturdy as the KLR. I don't know if I trust that to stand here and jump on. So it's low enough for me to put my leg over, which is good. So key on. So that's not good either. She really doesn't. As I say, the battery's dying or the starter motor's on the way out. First impressions, I'm not going to buy this one, but I needed to ride one. A little bit lower than the KLR. A little bit thinner, which is also good. It's got the big safari tank. Choke, high beams. There's a big LED one on the front there that works. Down here. So we will just see how they fit. It's very clunky. So, no, it's not too bad now it's warmed up. But yeah. Either warming up still or the carby needs some work, and to be honest, I'm not going to have money straight after to do some carby work, but let's see how she goes on the dirt. It does feel very dirt bikey. Just looking for that back brake. Lot more poke than the KLR, that's for sure. But what I've noticed on the DRZ400 that I test rode also is that the rear brake is, I don't know, it doesn't feel very good. Maybe it's because it hasn't been ridden for a while. And you definitely can't sit in second and putt. It really needs to be in the right gear. It does feel nicer to be on the road than the DRZ400. The DRZ400, I'm sure with some work, would feel a bit nicer. You're sort of sitting in the bike a little bit more on this. Definitely more poke than the KLR, and I can feel that it's a lot lighter to sort of move around. I can also hear those, basically they're full knobbies. You can hear them, listen. I mean, that's what I want to do though. It's a 2008 And the KLR's a 2010. The KLR just feels a bit more refined, I don't know why. Let's see how she goes over the bumps. It really just reminds me of a pig. Yeah, it pulls up okay. It feels a bit funny leaning over, but that could just be me. Something to get used to. Labour's okay. I mean, it's all right. I don't know if you would spend hours and hours on the highway on it. Let's have another look and see how it starts again too. So it's warm now, so it should start a bit better. I do like it being lower and I can just jump off. So there it is. Definitely not as, I would say, sorry, take my glove off. Not as appealing, doesn't look as nice as the KLR. It's not as comfortable, but it's going to be much better off-road, I think. There's the big, that's about the only aftermarket thing on it, that and the bark busters. Yeah, I'm not sure. Feels a bit piggish, but don't know. I don't think I'll be purchasing this one just because I can tell that carby probably needs a bit of work. And I don't know, it's 2008, so it is old, but it's probably a bit rougher than what I am looking for. Like I said, I don't really have the funds to buy a bike and get stuck with a really bad one and have to spend all this money on it. I mean, it's a bit of rust. The chassis there. The radiator guards aren't really going to do much, and it's actually loose. So I don't think there's any ill something in the sale. Like, he's an honest bloke and I think it's an honest bike, but some people just keep their bikes at this sort of level, which is fine, and other people tend to keep their bikes a bit nicer and a bit cleaner. I think there's nothing wrong probably with it too bad, but it's probably just not been looked after up to the standard that I will and I would look after my bike. So we'll ride it back. I'll have a chat to him. Maybe if I can knock some off the price. He wants 6.2, maybe 5.5, but don't really want this one. But it's good I got to ride one, so now I know what they're like. Yeah, so I don't know, something to think about. But we'll head back and we'll have a chat to him. I might actually do up my pockets on my jacket this time. I keep thinking, where are my keys? I gave them to him to hold while I test rode it, even though my partner's there and my car. But you never know these days. I mean, I'm not going to steal a bike, but it does happen. But again, with the whole, I can just step there and jump on, and the weight, I'd be able to pick that up if it dropped over. It's 50 kilos lighter than the KLR. Let's see how it starts though, now it's warm. No choke. I'll just push the button. So when it's warm, it wants to start all right. When it's cold, it doesn't. Starter or battery? Let me know in the comments, because I'm not going to buy it today. But yeah, see, watch my hand. The carby's a bit off. It sort of choked before it revved up then. Yeah, there's a bit of delay. It doesn't really rev up until and it's warm now, so it should be perfect. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to grab this one, but it gives me an idea of what's what, which is good. It is confidence inspiring. It's definitely got enough power on the road, and so that means off the road it'd be more than fine. Yeah, it's sort of chugging out a bit there. I think it's been geared down a bit too because yeah, sitting up there it's quite comfortable. It's still yeah, no, I'm not going to buy this one, but I get it. Sitting up at just around highway speeds, I won't say what speed, but around highway speeds just then, yeah, when I clicked it into fifth it was quite low, so the revs, which is good. I mean, I get it. Yeah, I don't know. I won't buy this one, but it has opened my eyes to what they are, because I hadn't ridden one previously. But yeah, we'll have a chat. Doubt I'll buy it unless I get it for a ripper price, because I'm going to need to spend some money on it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, if there's another bike I should be looking at. Just want to hit Little Desert and things like that and do the high country. Yeah, we'll have a chat. I'll let you know how we go. All right, so we're back. Had a bit of a test ride. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm not going to purchase that particular one. After thinking about it, driving home, I don't want to go and take it to get the roadworthy done and have to spend $1,500 on a carby clean out or new jetting, and also that starter issue. So unfortunately that one is not the bike for me at this point. If I'm going to go with the DR650, I'm going to have to kind of look for the diamond in the rough. I am looking at a bit older, so I just need to find one that's been really well looked after, maybe pay a little bit more for the initial price, but hopefully don't have to worry. It is a shame because that one had the tires I need, it had the safari tank, but like I said, it just felt a bit rough and it could have been looked after a bit more. You know, there was a bit, like, as you can see of this thing, I really don't like scratches. The things on this, where it looks like they're scratches, that's actually that protective film to try and keep it nice. So I do look after my things. I like to keep them clean and pretty. That's just me. I know that you don't have to. Some people just have these things running around like absolute pigs. As long as the inside of the engine is clean, oil and oil filter and all that, they will just keep going. I like my things a bit more pretty. That one wasn't up my alley, but it's good to test ride one. I might go and test ride another one that is a bit slicker, been looked after a bit more and less modified. I also did notice on that 650 that we just went and test rode, all down here, I moved the handlebars over and all the wiring had been played with. That's something else you don't really want to mess with. This one's been modified, but it's been modified professionally. You can tell by all the wiring and everything. That one had been sticky taped and the sticky tape was coming off and some of the connections weren't right. The speedo thing wasn't really working. So yeah, there was just too many small things that would need to be fixed on that one before you could, you know, really be happy to take it out and be confident and ride it properly. He told me that the speedo in that last one also had been swapped out, and it wasn't really working. So I'm gonna give that one a miss. I'll keep searching. I may end up with a DR650. They're not a horrible bike. We'll keep searching. The search is on, and I still haven't made up my mind. If I can't find something I really like, the unicorn bike, I might just put some knobbies on this and see how we go, and maybe upgrade the suspension. But all in all, it's good to get the experience. I probably will have another look at another DR, but for now, we're just gonna stick to this thing. So thanks for watching. Check out my Instagram and TikTok if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. We've still got the 200 subscriber free hoodie giveaway. One person in Australia will be getting a free hoodie and 5 other people in Australia will be getting 2 Ride Road Dirt stickers. We are currently sitting at 96. Have been growing a bit recently, which is good. I want to keep it growing, keep it coming, keep the content coming. I love bikes. I've ridden bikes my whole life, so some sort of bikes will constantly be on the channel. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll catch you in my mirrors.